Personal brand, everybody is talking about it, everybody wants it, but nobody knows what to do about it. And this video will be helpful for you, my dear friend, especially if you are a corporate leader or a founder who wants to nail his or her brand. Here I give you step-by-step methods on how to create and flourish with your personal brand. Before we move on, make sure you subscribe to my channel so that you get regular updates on career and leadership tips. I am Meera Ramani. I am a leadership and executive coach with 2 decades of experience in such companies as Procter & Gamble and Amazon in leadership position, leading teams cross-culturally and internationally. And now for the past decade, I have been coaching and mentoring leaders in corporate spaces as well as entrepreneurial spaces to become the best versions of themselves and take their teams and companies to the next level. So let's move on to the personal brand. There are 3 elements that I will discuss today. One is your brand element, second is the people that will make it happen, and third are the forums where you need to be present. First, let's start with the brand element. Again, in this first element, there are 3 mini elements. The first one is vision and goals. Your vision is when you look at your whole life as a circle and say, my career is one part, my health is one part, my wealth is one part, my personal relationships, etc. There are these areas in my life. What do I want to do with those life areas to feel fully satisfied, to be fully fulfilled and happy and all of those things? So you want to have that vision loud and clear in your mind. And even if it's very ambiguous at this red hot moment, it's okay. You can build it up further. However, having at least a mini version of that vision is important for you to create your brand and live a fulfilled life. So the first element is your vision. Now subsets of those are the goals. So when it comes to personal brand in career or your company, you can use that vision to say, what kind of leader would I be? What kind of person would I be? What are the goals I need to have? For example, do I want to be a CEO? Do I want to be known for certain things? Do I want to have a certain impact? What are the causes that I want to solve in this world? What are the problems and challenges that I want to take care of in this world with my capabilities? So that is the essence of the vision and goal exercise. Now the second is how you marry your current state with the goal. So for that, you need to be aware of where you are today. So let me ask you a question. On a scale of 0 to 10, how strong do you think or how clear do you think the personal brand is, your personal brand is for yourself and for people in your company, the leaders in your company who look at you and say, hey, he or she stands for something. That is what I would associate with your brand. So maybe you don't have something like that. Maybe it's a 3 or 4 out of 10. Maybe it's an 8 out of 10. Either ways, I want you to focus on the rest of the videos because I'm going to break it down step by step into how to build and strengthen your personal brand. So awareness is key. So we talked about the goals and vision. We talked about where you are today. Now the third step is making the journey from A to B, where you are today, to that strong and compelling personal brand. For that to happen, there are 3 elements. 1 is skills, 2 is people, 3 is forums. So first, skills. So you know where you are today and where you want to go. So take an inventory of the skills that you have. Write down the strengths and skills that you have today that will help you be the CEO, for instance, if that is your goal. Or if there is certain other capabilities that you hold in terms of leadership, mindset, etc., etc. Write that down exhaustively. Next to that, write down certain areas where you need to develop. Maybe in the way you present yourself. Maybe it's the way you lead teams. Write those down and make an action plan to cover them. So the skills can be either personality skills about anger management or leadership skills like communication, or third could be business or technical skills. So for example, if you want to be a chief information officer, maybe there are certain skills you need to build. So that covers the skills part. Now let's move on to people. People are very important when it comes to your brand, career and leadership success because people need to know you, they need to support you, they need to pull you forward, they need to tell you about opportunities. Access the Stakeholder Map guide. I have given the link in the caption so you can work on creating a strong network authentically even if you are an introvert. So once you nail down the exact stakeholders that will be influential in terms of your career trajectory, personal brand building, goals achievement, you start contacting them. You start creating a personal relationship with them through authentic reach outs, and that you can do even if you're an introvert, even if you're very, very busy. So make sure you pay close attention to building your network. That is very, very important in terms of personal brand. Now the third aspect is forums. So you know what you want to be known for, what are the qualities you want to be known for, or the qualities you want to develop, or the qualities you want people to associate you with. and the people who will help you take forward. But where do you meet these people? Is it social media? Is it in company events? Is it in networking events outside of the company, in the industry? Take a pen and paper and write down again the forums where you can be present. Now, it doesn't need to be all fancy and big and difficult, right? It could even be your daily meetings. It could even be your meetings, quarterly meetings with your boss's boss and other stakeholders. Again, make sure you look at the stakeholder map. So you have to figure out who are these people. These people may already exist in your circle. So it's just about strengthening those relationships and making every meeting count, every presentation to them count. And if your brand includes showing up as a charismatic leader, which I hope it does, it's about you working on your presentation skills and using your next quarterly meeting where you present to them to come with that elegance, that charm, etc. So you can use those as opportunities to show and showcase your personal brand. So these are the forums. For leaders and company owners, I also recommend forums like social media, LinkedIn for instance, which is very, very important for leaders and owners of companies to create their brand. So these are the three elements and some many elements within that in terms of creating your personal brand. In case you need personal support creating your personal brand and flourishing as a leader, reach out to me for a personal consult.